Now, I had 4 main jobs on Age of Empires 2. First, and probably most important, I was supposed to balance the game. Now, I didn't do this alone, of course, but I was in head of the balance guys. It was far enough along I could run playtests, I could use the database to change units and techs and civs so they'd all work more effectively. My chief helper was Kevin Holm, also known as the Sheriff. He's a great guy, I consider him my friend as well. He was critical to the process because he was an extremely skilled player of the game. I mean, I could play the game, but I wouldn't call myself an expert like he is. So between his knowledge of how the game is played and my encyclopedic knowledge of all the details of the game, we worked it well. I also kind of considered myself Kevin's mentor. I'm not sure if that's how he saw it. And by the end of our time on the Age series, Kevin went from a player of the game to a tester of the game to a full-fledged designer. I wish him the best. He was invaluable in balancing Age of Empires 2. Now, we had 2 different ways of evaluating the units. We had a small playtest team, and they'd run scripts where they'd face off 1,000 longbows against 1,000 cavalry and see how they did. We could change the script to balance for cost, speed, all sorts of stuff. That was really simple mechanical testing, just raw numbers. But that was not enough to actually know what the balance was like. We needed fine testing. And for this, we had 2 teams of playtesters. Now, one was 4 or 5 elite players who played at the highest level of skill. Now, yeah, there's probably some Koreans who were better than them, but these guys were really good. So they'd play together on a team, and actually the Sheriff, Kevin, was one of them. They would give feedback on the top guys, and we also had the General Ensemble Studios team. We get artists, designers, programmers, heck, anyone available, and say, hey, we're running a playtest in an hour, show up. And they'd come, they'd play on teams, and we'd see how they handled the units. Some civs were harder to manage and so forth. So one thing we noticed is that the elite playtesters could easily micromanage horse archers, for example. They could shoot and scoot, whereas normal players, it was a little clumsier to do. So the horse archers were better for the elites than for normal people. So we kind of tried to adjust that in balancing. Now, after every single test, Kevin and I would sneak off to our office that we shared, and we'd balance and rebalance everything, discuss it, update the database, then we'd go back for another test. We did this every day. Occasionally we were able to pull off more than one test a day. This Age of Empires 2 was one of the most play-tested games in the history of the world, which is why the balance was so tight upon release. Not perfect, but really good.